This is KGW News at noon.
Welcome to the news at noon. I'm Drew Carney, and our top story this afternoon is the ongoing winter storm that's happening in the Cascades and the Gorge. But before we check in with Rod Hill, we want to give you a live look right now at I-84. So this is the ODOT camera that's set up at 257th Avenue. I-84 still closed in both directions between Troutdale and the Dalles because of all the heavy snow. Out in eastern Oregon, meanwhile, ODOT has also closed off 84 between exit 216, about 6 miles east of Pendleton, and Baker City exit 302. In Umatilla County, authorities are telling people they should stay home today, and drivers should avoid traveling altogether through the Gorge and the Cascades. So there you have it from ODOT. Rod Hill, we want to get into the Weather Center right now. We've got that winter storm warning still in place for those areas. We're talking again about the Gorge and the Cascades. So what's the latest?
And the latest is the Weather Service has extended the warning for the Gorge and the Cascades all the way through 6 p.m. tomorrow. So although the snow rates have let up a little bit in the past couple of hours, they may in fact pick back up later today into tonight again. So the Gorge warning up through 6 p.m. 2 feet or more of snow is likely all total in Hood River, and in some cases they're getting already close to that. Cascade storm warning the same. Mount Hood, though, 30 to 40 inches of snow for a storm total going back to last night is expected. And the Coast Range, we are going to be seeing snow. We have, in fact, seen snow down close to 1,000 feet. Here's the radar right now. We're actually starting to see the rain break up a bit around Portland and certainly back to the coast up around Astoria. But this is all snow on Mount Hood. There is some warming in the Gorge. Rain now being detected in the Cascade Locks. Hood River has been, the Dalles has been reporting freezing rain with a temperature of 33. But Hood River is still below freezing and it's all snow. This is an absolute buried Indian Creek golf course in Hood River. I mean, tough to tell how much there is on the ground by that shot. Jeffrey Miller says at 2,000 feet, just above Parkdale, 18 inches fell last night. We have 4 to 5 feet total on the ground. Again, that's in the upper Hood River Valley. Thank you, Jeffrey, for that. And here's a quick look at Government Camp, 28 degrees. You can see there's traffic on Highway 26, but it is very slow going. Timberline now 16 inches of new snow. Meadows reports 15 since the storm started picking up last night. Drew?
Well, Rod, if people are thinking about heading up to Mount Hood today, ODOT is saying don't do it because we've got all the snow there. Visibility totally poor this afternoon. In fact, one of our photographers covering the storm came across a mom and a daughter just a few hours ago. They were trying to make their way to Idaho today by going up and over Mount Hood. They had to put chains on their car for the very first time. Thankfully for them, they did get some help from a Portland resident named Mitch Montgomery. Mitch saw them, he stopped, and he gave them a hand.
Yeah, I was getting ready to take off and I saw them. Looked like they were struggling a little bit. I figured I got nothing else to do today but help out and throw some chains on a car, so.
All right, way to go, Mr. Mitch. He also shared, by the way, 2 pieces of chain advice with us. 1, he said, don't wait too long to put them on. And 2, read the how-to manual in your car so you don't have to try reading it outside in the cold. We have another road closure to tell you about this afternoon, but this one is not weather related. Northeast Alderwood Road in Northeast Portland is closed from Cornfoot Road to 82nd Avenue after a pedestrian was hit and killed this morning. Police say it happened just after 5:30 a.m. They also say the driver left and they don't have any information about that person right now. So that stretch of Northeast Alderwood will stay closed while this investigation continues. A portion of I-5 North is back open after a deadly crash late last night. So this happened just after 11 p.m. right near the Macadam Avenue exit. Police say a car entered the freeway going the wrong way. That car wound up hitting another car head on. The driver of the car that was going in the right direction was killed instantly. The driver traveling the wrong way was taken to the hospital. Next stop this afternoon is Hillsboro, where dozens of families and businesses are picking up the pieces after 4 different fires, all taking place during a 24-hour span over the weekend. KGW's Galen Etlin has more on how Hillsboro's historic Main Street may never be the same.
Fire comes to engine 60.
In frigid temperatures early Sunday morning, fire crews fought fire and ice.
A lot of people displaced.
Multiple businesses on Hillsboro's Main Street are now gone. The roof of this building collapsed in the flames.
It just breaks our heart.
Dana, Joe, and Patty all work at the Hillsboro Pharmacy and Fountain, now heavily damaged by water and smoke. The business has been here since 1873.
I've lived here all my life, and this is just a piece of history gone.
Just devastating.
Hillsborough Mayor Steve Calloway is heartbroken.
And to have this be the way your new year starts is just crushing.
And looking at all that smoke.
Carlos Ramirez lives 10 blocks up Main Street, where flames destroyed a chunk of his apartment complex the day before.
The side of my house.
His family's unit was spared Saturday, but 17 of his neighbors in 3 apartments were displaced.
All of their stuff is gone.
In both fires, no one got hurt, in part thanks to quick action by firefighters and neighbors like Carlos.
We were telling other people to get out.
Now, ashes, soggy clothes, and a charred stuffed animal remain. Investigators say a baseboard heater next to other materials started this apartment fire.
Our hearts go out to, the families that were displaced here.
Seth Pitch with Hillsborough Fire and Rescue says his team responded to 4 fires in 24 hours. He's thankful the department has enough staff to rotate shifts and offer peer support.
But it can be, physically and emotionally demanding for sure.
In downtown, crews stayed behind all of Sunday to keep hotspots from flaring up.
I just hope that they're all able to rebuild.
Ashley Roth works at Pizza Rio about a block away. Business took a hit Sunday with roads blocked off. But she's most worried for her neighbors.
Everybody knows everybody.
Because for this community,
It's just so sad.
It hit you at a personal level as well.
it's history up in smoke. I'm Galen Etlin for KGW News.
Meanwhile, a local family is sharing their story of loss after one of their family members died about a week ago in the cold. Henry Steele was found outside and unresponsive on Christmas Day. He was getting treatment for cancer at the VA hospital, but it's not exactly clear what happened after that. Steele's family says he had memory issues recently and may have gotten on the wrong bus when he left the hospital. They said it's a reminder to the community to step in and help out if you see someone who looks to be struggling.
I understand how right now with everything going on, we're so worried about everything that we're not taking 2 seconds to worry about somebody else. Those 2 seconds could have saved his life. Even if it would have steered him in the direction of somewhere other than in the cold.
The VA said it can't comment on specifics about this case, but the VA did tell us there are services to help veterans who may have cognitive or other challenges get reliable transportation when they do leave their facilities. Well, some people who may have otherwise started the new year struggling to stay warm on the streets now have a place to get out of the cold. This is the recently opened Safe Stay community in Vancouver. The homeless response team has been working since May to clean up this site. They built 20 of these pallet shelters and found almost 24 people to house. It's a step forward for people who want a new, stable life.
They're able to say, like, wow, now I'm going to be able to go get my driver's license and go get a job and find a place to take there's all these things that I'm now going to be able to do that I was not going to be able to do being out here, in the rain and the snow.
The city of Vancouver is planning on a second 20-unit location in 3 or 4 months, and they also have a third one planned for some time after that. Well, people traveling home for the holidays, or from the holidays, I should say, are running into a lot of problems right now. Flights are getting canceled left and right as airline staff get sick with COVID and snowstorms hit major flight hubs. We checked in with PDX. They say dozens of flights have already been canceled today. Nationwide, we're talking about more than 2,500 flights canceled yesterday after snowstorms hit Chicago and Denver over the weekend. O'Hare saw the worst of it, canceling 290 outbound and 262 inbound flights. On top of that, TSA says more than 1,700 employees have active COVID cases, and they're staying home right now. Back here in Portland, one passenger told us they didn't have an issue flying into town, but their luggage was stuck in another airport, and it didn't arrive until another 2 days later.
They are stacking up. I just went to look for my bag, and I went into one room full of bags, not there. I just went into a second, and there it was. But there's a lot of bags here.
Taking it all with a laugh there. Well, yesterday was considered one of the busiest travel days of the year. In fact, PDX expected almost 42,000 people to pass through the airport yesterday alone.